Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this morning yoga flow. We'll start the practice today seated on the mat, and you can rest the hands on the knees if that's comfortable for you. And just begin to arrive here this morning, leaving behind anything that you may be anticipating or anything that has already happened, and just be here. We'll start this practice with some gentle breath work, but right now bring your attention to the natural flow of your breath, witnessing it, not trying to change it. We'll be practicing 3-part breathing, so when you're ready, place one hand on your heart and the other on your stomach. And just exhale everything out. You can sigh it out. And on your inhale, breathe into the belly. Feel the belly expand. And now bring the breath up to the rib cage and up to the chest, feeling the chest expand. And exhale, feel the chest contract, the rib cage, and the belly contract fully. And inhale into the belly, rib cage and diaphragm, and chest expanding. And exhale, feel the chest contract, the rib cage, and the belly. Inhale into the belly, rib cage, and chest. And exhale out the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, and belly. Continue with this breath on your own timing, feeling each body part expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. begin to take your last breath here. And as you exhale, release both of the hands from your body, placing them back onto the knees. Palms can face up or down. And just bring your breath back to its normal state, becoming aware of it. Maybe noticing if your breath has shifted from before that breathwork practice to now. Even if it's a subtle shift, just noticing. Maybe in this moment you want to set an intention for your practice and for your day. And if you do, just repeat that intention in your mind, knowing that you are cultivating it right now in this moment. And just be here for a few more seconds. And now slowly begin to bring yourself back to this space and blink your eyes open. We'll start by gently waking up the body with some side stretches. So place your left hand on the mat next to you. Reach your right arm up and stretch up and over to the left, turning the chest towards the sky, keeping the chest expanded as you feel a stretch in the right side of your body. And now gently begin to place your right hand on the mat next to you. Reach the left arm up and stretching up and over to the right, chest towards the sky, elongating the left side of the body. And now slowly bring yourself back to center. We'll take a twist. So place your right hand on your left knee and the left hand behind you and gently twist to the left. Just taking a small twist here, no need to push or force. And we'll switch to the other side, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you, looking behind you and twisting. And return back to center. From here, we'll come into a tabletop position on all fours, starting with a neutral spine. And we'll warm up the spine with some cat-cows. So inhale, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, round the spine, gazing at the belly button. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And take a few of these in your own time. And return to a neutral spine. From here, walk the hands towards the top of the mat and shift the hips forward, coming into a modified plank. The body is in one line. Bend the elbows and slowly lower down to your belly. And now roll the shoulders up and back. Using the strength of your back muscles and your glutes, slowly roll up into cobra. Very little weight is in the hands here. The back is doing most of the work. And exhale, lower down to the belly. We'll do one more round of that. So roll the shoulders back, and on an inhale, come up into cobra using your back muscles, gazing up. And take one last lift up here, and exhale, release down to the belly. Now we will push ourselves back into that modified plank, so pressing into the hands, bring your body back up, and come back to tabletop. And from here, tuck the toes underneath you, lift the knees, shift the hips back to your first downward dog of the practice. Begin to pedal out in the feet, stretching the calves, warming up here. From this downward dog, we will come into Malasana. So begin to lift your left foot off the mat and place it towards the outside of the left hand to the outer left edge of your mat. And now place your right foot towards the outside of your right hand and lower the hips, bringing the hands to prayer at the heart and using the elbows to open the knees here. If this is uncomfortable, you can keep the hands grounded on the mat and use that as support. You're also welcome to rock side to side here, getting into the hips. We'll shift into a standing position here, so release the hands, reaching the arms up, and use the strength of your legs to push yourself up into Tadasana at the top of the mat. Bring your hands by your sides, palms facing out, and just take a breath here, feeling grounded from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. We'll start with a modified gentle sun salutation, so take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the palms together at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, push your hips forward. Exhale, folding forward, hands come to the mat by the sides of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold hands to the mat. Step back into a plank, retain the breath here. And exhale, come down to your knees and lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Inhale, pushing up into cobra again, looking up. Exhale, lower down. Now push yourself to downward facing dog, tuck the toes, hips back. And inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up, hips forward. Exhale, hands by the sides. And inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, hips forward. Exhale, fold hands to the mat. Inhale, step the right foot back behind you and lower down to the right knee. You can either keep the hands on the mat or you can reach them up. Taking deep, full breaths here and feeling a nice deep stretch in the right hip flexor. Our hips tend to be very tight, especially in the mornings, so take whatever modifications you may need. Take a nice inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. And you can either stay here or bend into the right knee and reach behind you with the left hand, grabbing the right foot and pulling it closer towards your body to get a nice deep stretch in the right quad. If you've taken the quad stretch, we'll slowly come out of it, releasing that right foot and the left hand. And now tuck the right toes, lift the right knee off the mat, step your left foot back into a plank. And you can either come down onto the knees or from plank, lower yourself all the way down to the belly, Inhale, pushing up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push the body back up, and exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll repeat that lunge on the right side. So begin to bring your right foot forward to the top of the mat and lower down onto your left knee. And the hands can stay grounded, or you can raise them up. If you're feeling any discomfort in this pose, then feel free to tuck the left toes under, and that should relieve some pressure off of your knee. And now we'll come into that quad stretch. Again, you're always welcome to just stay in that lunge, but you can begin to bend into the left knee, reaching your right arm up and around, grabbing the left foot. You can pull it towards you for a deeper stretch in the left quad. To come out of this pose, gently release your left foot and place your right hand back onto the mat, tucking the left toes under, lift the left knee, and this time step your left foot up to the top of the mat to meet with your right. And take an inhale as you halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, reach the arms up, push the hips forward. Exhale, hands by the sides. Now place the palms together in prayer at the heart, and we'll get into our main flow. So shift your weight onto your right foot. Slowly lift the left foot, bringing that knee into your chest. And begin to extend your left leg behind you, bending into the right knee, and place your left foot on the mat, coming into Warrior Two. Release the arms out beside you and gaze at the right fingertips, keeping the chest turned towards the center of the mat. And now begin to flip the right palm and reach the right arm up and over, placing the left hand on the left leg, coming into Reverse Warrior. Take a nice inhale here. And as you exhale, straighten the right leg, reaching the right arm forward, bump your hips to the left, and come into Trikonasana, placing the right hand on the right shin. You can also reach the left arm up and over to feel a deeper stretch in that left side of your body. Take whichever variation is comfortable for you today. To come out of this pose, use your core to gently lift the upper body back to a neutral position, keeping the arms out, and turn the right toes in to match the left. We'll come into a wide-legged forward fold, reach the arms up, and fold forward with a straight back here. If you're comfortable, you can lower the crown of your head towards the mat. And really focus on bringing presence to each pose, not thinking about what's next, but seeing how your body is responding to every asana. To release this pose, on an inhale, come up halfway onto the fingertips and bring the hands to the hips, as you bring your upper body back to a neutral position. And now bend into your right knee and step your right foot to meet your left at the back of your mat. Bringing the hands together in prayer at the chest, we'll repeat that flow on the other side. So begin to shift your weight onto your left foot, bringing the right knee into the chest, and slowly extend that right leg behind you, bending into the left knee, extending until your right foot meets the mat, coming into a warrior two, extending the arms out beside you and gazing forward. And just be here, feeling the lower body activate. From here, shifting into reverse warrior, reaching the left arm up and over and placing the right hand on the right leg. On an inhale, begin to straighten the left leg, reaching the left arm forward, coming into Trikonasana, placing your left hand on the left shin. Again, you can take whichever variation, right arm reaching towards the sky or towards the left side of the mat. Feel the right side of your body expanding with each inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can stretch a little deeper. And gently come out of this pose, bringing the upper body back to neutral, turning the left toes in, reach your arms up, and fold forward, folding from the hips into a wide-legged forward fold once again. As we repeat this asana, try and see if you can stretch at least a little deeper and become aware of any differences or shifts from the last time that we were in this pose. Maybe it feels easier, just noticing. And now begin to lift up halfway onto the fingertips, bringing the hands on the hips and coming back up. Bend into your left knee and step to the top of the mat to meet your right. Coming back to Tadasana. You can take an optional vinyasa here, whichever variation you would like. So inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a plank. You can modify or lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. From here, come onto your tippy toes and lower your knees down, sitting back on the heels in Vajrasana. And now we'll shift into Ardha Matsyendrasana, or half spinal twist. So shift your hips to the side, sitting on the glutes, and place your left foot on the outside of your right knee. And from here, place your left hand flat on the mat behind you. Reach the right arm up and hook your right elbow on the outside of the left knee, twisting to the left, looking behind you. Getting a nice deep twist in the spine and massaging the internal organs. Breathing deeply here. Sometimes we can hold the breath in twists, so just remember to bring that fresh oxygen into your body. And now we'll slowly unravel, looking forward and placing both hands back onto the mat beside you. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So come through to sit on your heels, and then shift your hips over to the left, bringing your right foot to the outside of the left knee and placing the right hand behind you, reaching the left arm up, hooking the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, and looking behind you, twisting open to the right. You're also welcome to just hold on to the right knee if this elbow bind is uncomfortable for you. And now take an inhale as you shift your gaze forward, bringing both hands beside you once more to come out of this twist. And from here, we will extend the legs out in front of us, coming into a seated forward fold. You can shake the legs to release any tension. And once you're ready, reach your arms up and fold forward from the hips, keeping a straight spine. You can either grab the knees, the shins, or the ankles, or you can grab onto the outsides of the feet. Wherever you are, just honor that today and give yourself the stretch that you need. As you breathe into this pose, feel the ribs expand and the back expand with every inhale, and feel it contracting with each exhale. Breathing into the spine and into the back body, and becoming aware of how you can create space here through the breath. Take one last deep breath here. And on your next inhale, lift the head up, reach the arms up, and place the hands by your sides. We'll take a gentle counter pose, so place the feet flat on the mat and lift the hips up, coming into reverse tabletop. You can release the head if that's comfortable for you. Take one last inhale here, and exhale, release back down to the mat. And keeping the knees bent, reach the arms out in front of you and slowly lower your spine down onto the mat. And once you're there, bring both of your knees into your chest, and you can rock side to side here to massage the lower back. And we'll finish off with some spinal twists. So guide your knees over to the left and extend your right arm and gaze over the right shoulder, feeling a full spinal twist here. If your knees don't come all the way down to the mat, you can just use the left hand for support to help bring them down. And now we'll take that twist over to the other side, so begin to unravel and bring the knees into the chest again. And now this time guiding the knees over to the right, extending the left arm, gazing over the left shoulder. You can close the eyes as you enjoy this twist. And now gently begin to unravel, bringing the knees back into your chest again. And as you hug the knees, lift your head up, coming into a little ball, giving yourself a nice hug. Inhale and exhale, release the entire body onto the mat and take your final relaxation in Savasana. Allow the entire body to become still, keeping the feet apart and the hands apart. You can have the palms facing up and keeping the eyes closed here. Bringing relaxation to each part of the body, starting at the feet and bringing your awareness to the ankles and the shins, the knees and the thighs, and the entire lower body, relaxing the lower half of your body. And now bringing your attention to the stomach, to the rib cage, the chest, and both arms, relaxing the entire upper body into the mat. Now bringing your attention to your neck, your chin, the lips, the tip of the nose, the ears, and the eyes, and the top of the head, relaxing both the neck and the head completely, releasing any tension, any clenching or holding. And as you relax the body, maybe you want to return back to the intention that you set at the beginning of this class. Maybe repeating it in your mind once more and reflecting on it. And now just allow yourself to be here and rest. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. If you would like to stay in Savasana for longer, then please feel free to do so. Stay here for as long as you need. But otherwise, you can begin to bring yourself back to the space, making small movements with the hands and the feet, slowly waking the body up. You can reach the arms up, maybe interlace the fingers, take one last big stretch. And once you're ready, you can begin to roll onto one side in a fetal position, whichever side you would like, and just breathe here. Coming into this fetal position at the end of a class kind of signifies a rebirth. We can take this opportunity to show up differently throughout our day, maybe showing up with more mindfulness, more awareness and presence. If that resonates, you can take it, and if not, you can leave it. But we'll be here for one more breath. Take the deepest breath you've taken. And you can slowly begin to push yourself up into a seat, and we'll meet in Sukhasana just like how we started the class. If you can, keep the eyes closed as you make this transition, and rest the hands on the knees, keeping the spine straight, closing off here. On an inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, bring the palms together and down at the center of your heart. Begin to rub the palms together, creating some friction and some heat. And now place the palms over your eyes, bringing the energy of this practice back into you. Maybe you want to place your hands on other parts of your body as well. And once you're ready, you can begin to slowly open the eyes, returning back. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this morning flow, and I'm wishing you a wonderful day ahead. I'll see you soon.